3, 2, 1. How do you feel when they call you Wacko
Yeah, Wacko
Jacko?
Jacko. I have a heart and I have feelings. I feel that when you do that to me.
Why did you kill John Lennon? I'm going to ask you a terrible question. Did you ever order anyone killed? A great number of people who think that you two are spoiled brats. What do you say to them?
I'm just a normal kid.
Oh, Eric, you're a normal kid who killed your parents. You don't really act. You don't sing. You don't dance. You don't have any, forgive me, any talent. What's the biggest misconception about you?
That I'm a bitch?
Finish this sentence for me. Kanye West is...
Black?
Do you ever have self-doubt?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Martha, why do so many people hate you?
Each and every one of us has people that love us and people that hate us.
No, not everybody has people who hate them. You showed the President of the United States your thong underwear. Where did you get the nerve? I mean, who does that? Okay, we are ready. All right, let's go. Funny, when I was home, I thought this outfit was perfect. Do not laugh out loud. That's it, let's go. I'm just waiting for everybody to settle in. Okay, thank you. Let me know when you're speed. Do you have speed? You have speed? You have speed?
And we are speeding.
When you grow up in this country wanting to be a journalist, there are the marquee names. And Barbara Walters was always at the forefront.
How do you describe Barbara Walters? Fearless, relentless.
You don't really ever see anyone like her before or after.
If you say Barbara, everybody knows it's Barbara Walters. Her name speaks volumes.
If we look up in a dictionary, trailblazer, her name ought to be right there.
There wasn't anyone doing what she did.
Barbara was a pioneer and had to knock down more doors than most people will ever confront in their lifetime.
She changed the landscape of television for women everywhere.
Her being there was already changing the world. So I never felt that anything was impossible, or I never felt there wasn't a way. And I think that was a gift she gave.
I'm Hugh Downs. This is Barbara Walters.
The sheer breadth of her career is mind-blowing. 15 years on the Today Show.
Barbara Walters is here.
25 years on 2020. A lot of them I got to spend with her.
Good evening, and welcome to 2020.
The Barbara Walters special, the Oscar specials, the 10 most fascinating people, always, consistently top-rated on ABC.
And then she did this little show called The View.
I've always wanted to do a show with women of different generations.
Barbara could do it all, and she did do it all.
It doesn't sound like one person could have that entire career, which is truly remarkable.
I don't want to hurt your feelings, but this is the scroungiest. Gee, the upholstery is coming out. I mean, I know we have an austerity program, but this is ridiculous.
Barbara interviewed, every president from Nixon to Obama.
When you see how Americans today distrust their leaders, don't you feel responsible? Does it bother you today when people say Ronald Reagan is the president of the rich? How important is it for the president to be a role model? Was it worth it if there were no weapons of mass destruction?
She interviewed everybody, princes and pop stars.
You have been half naked almost this whole year.
Dictators, divas.
Can I tell everybody that you were on time? You did not keep us waiting. You know, all that stuff about diva, diva, diva. Are you a diva?
Her career spanned many entertainment eras, from Liz Taylor.
Because I have no regrets.
To Taylor Swift.
Tell me something bad about Taylor Swift.
From Barbra Streisand to Beyonce.
She was the world's greatest interviewer.
Whenever she was interviewing anyone, it was like watching a master class.
Your mother was married 8 times.
Yes, 3 times to my father.
So what does this make you think about men?
I think men are fun and nice, and I don't think they're necessary to live.
If you were anybody, you wanted to sit across from Barbara Walters. That was kind of like the stamp of approval that you had made it.
Barbara! Come here.
I have never done this until now. Hilda Radner did Bow Wow Wow Wow.
Yes.
I'm glad you thought it was funny.
Oh, and I didn't think it was funny. That's horrible. That's just wrong.
This is Baba Wawa Watch. What was Where's Willie White, Richard? This is Baba Wawa saying have a pleasant weekend.
Everybody seemed to have a Barbara Walters imitation.
Sherry O'Terry did it in the 90s.
Pardon me, I'm Barbara Walters. I've always wanted to do a show with 4 strong, intelligent women. And someday, I still might.
Then Rachel Dratch did one.
When he spurned your mother Verna, a curly-haired surfer named Roberta.
Barbara was an iconic figure.
It is both an honor and a privilege for you to be interviewed by me.
Let me ask you.
And so she was ripe for satire. It was very, very funny, and it indicated that she was an establishment figure.
She was such a part of the culture even after she was off the air. Right before New Year's Eve in 2019, right before 2020, all these memes popped up asking her to be there when the ball dropped in Times Square. There were so many that ABC wound up making a video of Barbara's famous words.
This is 2020. This is 2020. 2020. 2020. I'm Barbara Walters, and welcome to 2020.
First show I did with her, that was the 50th Barbara Walters special. And I came running in the next day and said, Barbara, 40 million people watched the show last night. And she said, Bill, 40 million people watch every special I do.
I was aware even as a kid that she was as famous as the people she was interviewing. Barbara is famous in a way that very few of us in this business are.
Once she was nationally famous, she used her position to bring really controversial topics to the fore. She actually sat with an AIDS baby at a time when people were afraid to go near AIDS patients because they thought they'd get AIDS. That was heroic.
You and I cannot get AIDS by kissing or cleaning this baby. Yet so great is the fear these days that many people will be concerned that I am even holding this baby.
The Michael J. Fox interview was really important because it shed a light on something that was very little known, Parkinson's disease.
You're 30 years old and the doctor says you have Parkinson's.
I was shocked, and it frightened me.
You don't consider this a tragedy?
Not by any stretch of the imagination. It's my life.
Barbara was the first person to bring transgender people before the national audience.
She did the first interview with a small child whose family was letting their son live as a little girl. It had never been heard of before.
Tell me about this picture. Why is the little girl crying?
Because she wants to wear the dress to school.
Is the little girl you?
It was about trust. They trusted Barbara.
None of us would be where we are today without Barbara Walters leading the way. She led the way for everyone.
Barbara inspired so many women, including me.
Like everybody growing up, you looked and thought, it's one of us, it's a woman. It's a woman, and she's doing that, and then she's doing that.
You entered a contest, misfire prevention
contest, and certainly never expected to win because why would I? And I won. And I said I wanted to be a journalist like Barbara Walters. I was 16 years old. I had seen you on the Today Show that morning, and for me, you were a mentor. You were the only woman I knew who was doing anything, and so I thought, yeah, that's a good thing.
I take full responsibility for you, Oprah.
As well, you should.
Yeah.
On the day that Barbara retired from The View, we organized a surprise for her.
I got the phone call that Barbara had asked if I would walk her out to the set of The View. And I knew the surprise in store for Barbara, but she had no idea.
Everybody has said you've been a trailblazer in broadcast journalism, shattering the glass ceiling for so many women, and we all have been influenced by you, are here for you today. Please welcome Diane Sawyer, Robin Roberts.
I loved that day because you're there to honor and to say attention must be paid to this life, this career.
That was crazy. Only Barbara could bring us all together like that. And I thought, what a wonderful way to honor her.
I just want to say this is my legacy. This is my legacy. These are my legacy. And I thank you all.
It's so amazing. I mean, when I look at her career, I have to ask, how did she do it?
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.